Hi everybody, I'm Kimberly and welcome to Auto Finance Sense, where I help you make sense of the dealership finance office the next time you buy a car. Let's get started. Today I'm going to go over a few things that could make you look like a big juicy target to the dealership finance manager. Now there is a demographic or a certain age group of people out there that will go into the finance office and say, "This is the last car I'm ever going to buy. I'm probably never going to buy another one again." Now, statistically, that's simply not true. You'll be back in 2, 3, 4 years doing it all over again. Sometimes it does happen though, and it is the last car that you're going to buy. But when you say that to a finance manager, it opens the door for them to pack your last car that you're ever going to buy with every single protection plan marked up to its highest price possible. So I would think twice before saying that. Now you might not know this, but sometimes you could possibly have a target on your back if you are trading in a vehicle that is paid off in full and you're putting down a decent down payment to go with it. In a finance manager's mind, they're thinking of filling that void up with product. Again, it all goes back to going over your documents, finding out exactly what the finance manager is telling you, understanding it, and asking the price of all the products. Go over your purchase order first. Jump on into the community tab of my YouTube channel and take the survey. There's only 4 questions. Let me know what you would like to learn about next. Okay, if you have between a 660 and a 680 credit score, you could be a juicy meal for a dealership finance manager. There could be many reasons why you have a credit score in that range. It could be debt to income ratio. Maybe your debt load is heavy at the time. It could be that you're in the middle of making headway from a bad credit situation into a much better one. But either way, I don't want you to be fooled. I want you to use the exact same language that you would as if you were an 800 credit score. And remember that dealership finance managers have excellent relationships with their lenders. You can always tell them to pick up the phone and call their lender to try and get a tier bump. Next is the high interest rate excuse used by the finance manager. When interest rates go up, finance managers often use this as an excuse. For example, if you have very good credit and a finance manager hits you with an extremely high interest rate, they can easily say, "Well, you know, interest rates are going up and up and up." And then the customer shakes their head in agreement. From that point on, they've got you. So don't shake your head in agreement and let the finance manager know that you know your credit well, and you also have already done your research at credit unions near you and in your state and what their interest rates look like. If need be, you can always go there. You have a target on your back if you come into the dealership thinking that you have really bad credit and it turns out you don't. You have just opened yourself up for a finance manager to take advantage of you. So again, it all goes back to knowing your credit well and knowing your credit before you go to the dealership. You've definitely put a target on yourself if you go into the finance office and begin name dropping. "I know the owner. I'm friends with his son. We go to school together. I'm best friends with the service manager. I've known him for decades. The general manager's family and my family vacationed together last year." Now that may make you feel good and give you a sense of connection within the dealership. But don't say that to a finance manager. They are all about trust, and this just means that you're going to trust them even more because you know all these other people, which means they're probably, or they have the potential to mark up products and talk you into things before you have even asked the right questions. You've definitely put a target on your back if you've walked into the dealership saying that you want to be at a certain payment every month. Most of the time, they will definitely get you there. Make sure that you negotiate the OTD or the out-the-door price of the actual vehicle first, and then talk to the finance manager about any kind of financial things like how you're going to pay for the car. Let the finance manager know how your credit looks. If you talk directly to the salesperson about these things, they may relay that information back to the finance manager inaccurately. So remember, vehicle salesperson, how you're going to pay for it in financing and products, finance manager. You may have put a target on your back if you just want to sign everything quickly, knowing the payment, and then leave. I hate to tell you this, but just knowing the payment is a very, very tiny slice of the process. I know you may be tired. Nobody likes hanging out at the dealership. You'd much rather be in the dental office getting a root canal. I get it. But please protect yourself. Look over the documents that you're signing. Ask all the questions. Find out what the prices are. Make sure you know what you're signing. Don't just say, okay, that's my payment. Show me where to sign. You're asking for trouble. You've put a target on your back if you walk into the dealership finance office and say, I want all the bells and whistles. I want to be fully protected. Where do I sign? You just made that finance manager's day. They're going to mark up all the products, show you what your payment is, and tell you where to sign. And sometimes if that happens, people will get home and they'll look at their paperwork 3 weeks later and realize how much they paid for everything, and then want to back out. Now, I know that was short and sweet. I want you to have a productive rest of your day. I'll see you on Friday. Take care, and thank you for being here. Bye-bye.